from 2024, smartphones might no longer be called smartphones due to Samsung's latest phone. Watch to the end to know the new name. So, Samsung just launched its latest phone, the S24, and unlike certain phone brands, they usually have new technology instead of new names. What brand? Yeah, back in October 2023, when Google came out with its Pixel phone, they also call it a phone with AI built-in. Now, Samsung is doing the same thing, calling it Galaxy AI instead, and with new AI features. There are several AI features, so I just focus on those that are impressive. If you have watched Star Trek often, you'll know that humans and aliens can communicate, even when they speak different languages due to what is known as a universal translator. Nowadays, there are apps that try to do that, but they are merely doing a Google Translate. In comes AI. You see, if I call you on the phone and don't understand your language, I can just use what is known as Live Translate. Whatever I say in my language, it will be translated, and what you hear will just be in your language instead. Here's an example.
Hello, can I make a reservation?
What time are the people?
Can I do 3 people for January 10th at 6 p.m.?
Yes, it's possible. Do you want me to make a reservation?
Scary, isn't it? This means you have got no reason to say, sorry, I don't understand. When your auntie asks you why you have not have a girlfriend during CNY. It's also time for me to use this to communicate with my wife since she don't seem to understand. Yeah, while this is scary, there's something even scarier. If you have always messaged your boss and think your tone is wrong, and AI can fix the tone of your messages. I mean, I can do that with ChatGPT, but when your boss wants an immediate response, you cannot just go to ChatGPT and ask him to write a more professionally sounding, okay, can bro, right? Pre-order for the phone has started from now until 30 January, and you can buy the phone from 31st January. But as usual, prices are also crazy, with the lowest one at $1,288. This phone actually just came after the announcement of Rabbit RI, a device that kind of is like your AI personal assistant. Instead of taking out your phone and then tap here and there to order Go Hyong from 真好吃 Kopitiam, wondering whether to use Grab or Foodpanda, you can just take out the Rabbit RI one, say order Go Hyong from my favorite store, and it will do it for you. Basically, it's like your own PA that works like ChatGPT. So what does this mean for us? Simple. In 2023, AI was just about ChatGPT writing our essays for us. But in 2024, AI could finally be the personal assistant that do things for us, just like those computer systems in science fiction, which is actually scary. But if you think about it, 1 year ago, we were afraid to use ChatGPT to write anything for us, and now, who do you think write this script? Now, why is this important? Simple. AI-powered phones are going to be the next generation of phones. This year, it's estimated that 5% of phones will be AI phones. In 2027, it might be 45%. With so many Samsung users, you can bet that this is the beginning of the AI-powered phones, which might mean that soon, we will no longer call our phones smartphones, but instead call them AI phones. And I'm not the one who decided that. The world has voted on this name. The search for AI phone has increased in the last few weeks. Conversely, searches for smartphone has decreased. What you might not know is that how a thing is named is actually descriptive, which means if more people use the phrase, it becomes the name. Kind of like how people used to call it handphone, cell phone, and now a smartphone. No one person can name a thing based on what he or she thinks, unless you're Apple. Yeah, this means if you're watching this in 2027, you're watching this in your AI phone. In the meantime, if you think I've learned something, consider subscribing and also watch this video. Also, if you're watching this in 2027,
has AI destroyed mankind?